We the lazy declare that we will recline when we feel inclined. And yes, we feel inclined.
We answered our kids' questions all day. It's our time to prioritize, no priorities.
Why?
Because
We put in back-to-back doubles, so now we'll be putting in extra OT right here.
We've checked off our to-do list.
Now we're checking off our to-don't list.
We the lazy are taking back lazy.
By getting comfy on our Lazy Boy furniture.
Lazy Boy. Long live the lazy.
How you doing, everybody? I'm Chief Meteorologist Denis Phillips. Heat's still the hot topic of weather conversation, right? Just smashed the previous record for rainfall in Tampa. It's still a very nice day. We've got some clouds out there, even a couple of sprinkles as another front rolls through the area. Most of us wake up to sunshine and then very warm temperatures in the afternoon. For temperatures, they're going up and they're staying up. Really nice forecast, especially if you're planning on going to the beach or the pool. Rain chances very slim. It's another beautiful day in store. It's going to bring us a very high chance of storms. Some isolated showers across the area. Mother Nature likes to remind us that it isn't set by a calendar. We're always on it for you, just in case things begin to pop.
Streaming from the ABC Action Weather Center in Studio A. This is Denis Phillips Live, sponsored by Lazy Boy Furniture Galleries. Level up your lazy moments. Visit one of our 6 Bay Area showrooms today. Lazy Boy, long live the lazy.
How you doing, everybody? It is a Thursday night edition of Denis Phillips Live, and we quite possibly have the most jam-packed show we've ever had. Technology permitting, mind you. We won't have one, we won't have two, but we will have 3 guests in our show, as well as talking about the threat of severe weather coming up on Sunday. So because we have folks stacked up and because I'm trying desperately to learn how to use Zoom for a group effort, we're just going to jump right in to our first group. And it's actually a really, really cool story. So we have here, we have Colton, we have Aubrey, and we have Nick. So how you guys doing tonight?
We are doing awesome.
Good.
Better now that we're with you, Mr. Christmas himself.
Well, I'm thrilled to talk to y'all, and there's kind of a cool story because I'm involved in kind of a lot of websites with Christmas displays, and someone dropped your names this past week that you have started the most amazing idea, because I don't know about you, but I know a lot of folks are like, where do I go for my best Christmas decorations? I don't know where to go. What do you think? You guys have solved that problem. So tell us what you do and how you came about. And by the way, are those your decorations in the back?
This is our home.
Oh, that is awesome.
So we are huge Christmas light people. So the way that this started is we love to go with our kids. We got a 2-year-old that's in bed, and we've always loved going around, taking them on treasure hunts to look for what they call jackpot houses. And we started mapping them out, and in our community, we shared the map, and it just kind of grew from there. We started going all over the Tampa Bay area. We've now expanded. This year, we've gone to Miami and up north to Jacksonville. And it's just been this really awesome community project, because the more that people hear about it, the more folks that are participating and say, hey, I want my house on there too. So it's not just in the newspaper, you're going to get the best 5 or 8 houses around the house that everybody goes to. But oftentimes you just want to know, in my neighborhood, how can I take my family for a quick little ride around to see the hard neighbor's work of lights? So then it kind of grew into its own little project where we have had so much joy every season meeting these people and expanding the map. We've now got over 500 listings on the map, and it's integrated with mobile GPS now. So you can just go onto your phone, look at theholidayatlas.com. There's a map at the bottom, click to it. The GPS will take you right there.
Now, I was going to desperately try to find, I think I could do it here. So I'm going to call up your page. So I just did. So we see it right now, and it's called theholidayatlas.com. So as I scroll from top to bottom, you've got your home page. And when you scroll down and it shows you have a choice of residential, commercial, boat parades, or community events. And then you've got the pins of all the different area lights. So I'm going to go ahead and click on residential and tell everybody, how did you go about, do you go and personally see all these lights?
So we started doing that. That's how we started out. We just kind of started driving around and pulling into neighborhoods, and we would set the GPS to some faraway location and tell it to avoid highways, and we would just find neighborhood roads to go down and eventually get to our final destination and find all kinds of houses along the way.
Now, as I'm scrolling through, I'm now in Palm Harbor, and I did notice that as we scroll down, my house is on here, as well as a lot of houses in our neighborhood. And the funny part is my son's clunker Hyundai, 2004 Hyundai, is right there in the middle of the picture of our Christmas lights, which makes me laugh. But what is really cool is, so you started this clearly in previous years, because I notice you have a confirmed for 2023 season. So this means that people will know for sure if they go on this, if they're actually up and active that year.
Yes, sir.
Yep. And we started in the first year, we would actually go around and confirm them ourselves. But now we're kind of crowdsourcing the confirmations. So
it's so many, we can't visit them all anymore.
Right. So as people drive around to these different houses from the website, they can just click confirmed or inactive, and that sends us an email, and then we make it active on the website and add that confirmation there.
Well, it's absolutely amazing. So, and what about Colton? Is Colton big in Christmas lights? Is he a big fan?
Yes.
Colton, Colton has a very special job, a very important job. What's your job when we go out looking for lights?
My job is usually to put the card in the mailboxes.
So we give everyone, we have a card that we make sure that people who did not submit themselves, we make sure they know they're there in case they want to opt out. And so Colton's very important job is putting these at people's houses so that they know.
So Colton's kind of like an elf.
He is.
A little bit,
yeah. Yeah, he helps out. He helps out with doing it. That's amazing. How long did it take for you to do your decorations? That's awesome.
It's been 2 weeks and we're only 75% done. We're hoping to be done this weekend.
Oh, man, well, you better get it done Saturday because it's going to rain on Sunday. It's absolutely going to rain on Sunday in the afternoon, unless you get it in the morning. So again, tell everybody the name of the website again.
TheHolidayAtlas.com.
And when you go on it, as I was showing earlier, you scroll through, you've got the boat parades, you've got commercial, you've got residential. And by the way, it isn't just the West Coast. You said you guys did a road trip to the East Coast to check it out there as well, yes?
Yep. The end of last year, we went up to the St. Augustine area and went hunting around. In fact, a Christmas gift for the kids was to go up there to look at Christmas lights. And then a couple weekends ago, we went down to Miami and stayed a couple of nights and mapped out Miami, West Palm Beach, Boca. So we're all over. We're in Orlando now. We're Tallahassee, Gainesville, and even up in the Panhandle.
So tell folks how they can nominate or let you know about houses that they know of that maybe aren't listed.
So we do have a submission form on the site in the top right-hand corner. There's a submission. Also, we have it mentioned on a lot of the pages that if you would like to submit one, please send it to us. Now, we do go through and confirm, so we have the opportunity, if it's not the owner submitting themselves, we can let them know it's on the website. But we have some automation built in on the form so that we can maintain this during our day jobs.
Okay, and I see it right here. You go to your home page, Holiday Atlas, you've got home, find lights and events, which has all these places on it, and then next to it, submit a display or an event, and you just click on that, and I would guess you would say submit a residential display, and it's all right there telling you how to do it. So you've got your name, the address, and whatnot. So really just a brilliant idea, because I cannot tell you how many times people go on my Facebook page and they're like, well, first of all, where do you live? Because they know about my neighborhood. And second of all, I mean, it just opens up the entire state for folks who like to kind of go out and search for the best Christmas displays, because it's a thing, right?
Yeah, exactly. It's something that we would see on Facebook group posts all the time. We're the best place to find lights. We're the best place to find lights. And that's when we decided, we've got some mapped out. Let's just share it with everyone. And it grew.
It's absolutely awesome. Well, Nick, Aubrey, and Colton, thank you again so much. Really appreciate your time. Great idea. And I'm going to try to get you an updated picture on mine that doesn't have my son's Hyundai right there in the middle of the picture. It just kind of takes away from the look.
Well, I have to tell you, we have an ode to Denis Phillips right now.
Oh, thank you. That's awesome. Thank you so much. Well, you guys have a very Merry Christmas. Great talking to you. And thanks again for stopping by.
Thanks,
Thank you
Dennis.
so much.
All right. See you guys. All right, bye. All right, so that was awesome, right? Just really, really cool site. And I just noticed it. I was informed about it a couple of days ago. And they've taken what I love and a lot of us love and really made it easier for everybody. Okay, and we're going to continue this theme because we are now going to go to my daughter, hopefully. This is the part where I'm maybe lacking a little bit in my, no, I think we got it here. Hold on, we're gonna go and see if Ryan is there. Hey Ryan, can you hear me?
Hi.
She can. Okay, I can't believe it. So we were gonna do a golf cart tour of the neighborhood for the folks who can't make it, but Mom isn't home, and I don't trust Jake to drive the golf cart quite yet in the traffic. Show the street. How is the traffic going on out there right now? Is it that bad?
Yeah, it's really bad. It's
Stand by.
traffic.
Okay, there we go. Yeah, I see it. Yeah, I see it. It looks like, oh, is that car just sitting there watching?
There's a lot of cars coming through, and no, well, this one is, but so I bet we have already seen people parked on the side of the road.
Yeah, we're trying to avoid the whole parking thing because it's bad enough during the week, but on the weekends it's going to be really, really challenging, I think. So, and again, this Saturday is our hot chocolate fundraiser, as well as next Saturday. So the cars are definitely out there, but give a quick little tour, Ryan, of some of the decorations that we put up, and then we'll probably end up doing a live hit as well on Saturday for the actual hot chocolate event, and next Saturday as well. So go ahead, what do you got there?
So this is our like little tropical area. Got the hiccups. So you might hear me hiccuping. Okay, here is our big Santa, and he has his little sleigh here because it used to be over there, but we couldn't really figure out the reindeer that went with the sleigh. So we just kind of put this over here.
Yeah, you're right. Stop telling our secrets, Ryan. Okay, go ahead.
Sorry. Here's a polar bear. These are really cute. I love these. We have our two little baby polar bears. We have a big joy sign.
Now, the folks can't hear it because apparently Zoom filters out music, background music, because it's not supposed to be used for this. It's supposed to be used for meetings. But the lights are flashing in unison with the music. And we've got something like 35 to 40 songs pre-programmed with all the lights blinking accordingly. So if you come to the neighborhood, turn your FM radio on 89.5, 89.5. And there's a big sign in our next door neighbor, John and Sherry's yard, that gives the radio number, and you'll be able to hear the music blinking with the lights. And Ryan, as you know, we've also expanded into our neighbor Carl's yard because we had too many decorations and not enough room. So anyway, keep going.
So these are our new bush lights. We added those. They're supposed to be, well, we were going to make them grass lights, but we had technical difficulties. We don't talk about that. So now they're on the bushes. And we have our lights, and yeah, like they're flashing at the music. The speaker's right there. I didn't know if
yeah, you just can't hear it because it mutes it out.
Then if I'm short, so okay. Here's the colored lights you can see.
Mm-hmm.
See?
And your brother Josh did the roof lights, and it took me about 2 days to do it. It took him like 4 hours. And he did the entire front and the entire back. So if you're driving on the back road, Alderman, our entire house is lit up, pretty much like Clark Griswold.
A tall person was holding the camera for me because I'm very short and you could not see the light. We don't talk about his name because he's not tall.
He is tall. She loves to say her brother's not tall.
No, he's not. Okay.
Yeah, he's 6 foot, and it just bothers her to no end that he's 6 foot now.
Just 4. Here is our nutcracker with a broken neck.
He does. He has a broken neck.
Yes, he does. Are you trying to fix this? Well, we fixed him. Dr. Jake has fixed him.
Good job.
Okay. He still got a little tilt.
Yeah, it's okay.
Yeah,
Okay,
but okay.
keep going. We got another guest waiting. Keep going, Ryan.
Here's our new reindeer. It's not flashing. There we go. Here's our new snowflake.
I like the
Every show is
snowflake.
not flashing.
I like the snowflake.
Yeah.
Well, they're
Here's
flashing
our
with the music.
Here's our new like white ornament, big one to cover our little one. And then here's the 3 little balls under it. Our little pets. I love this dog. It's so
Those
cute.
balls really aren't
Then we
that
have our
little. They
new
just look
reindeer.
little. Yeah, I love the new reindeer.
Yeah.
I think the
So
new reindeer's pretty cool.
Here's our reindeer. They're with Santa, and their legs like walk. But this song is not allowing me to show that. And then we have our Snoopy train in the back. Oh,
there it was. They're moving. See?
There we go. Yeah. And then here is our Snoopy train. And
now, what's
our
cool about this
Frosty.
next thing is Frosty. What we did is Frosty, we're playing MP4 videos through a projector, and all these old school videos like Charlie Brown Christmas, Snow Miser, Heat Miser, It's a Wonderful Life, they're all showing up on his tummy.
Mr. Heat Miser, I'm Mr. Sun.
Why is there a hand in front of their camera, Ryan?
Sorry. I'm bad at holding a camera. That's why I want Jake to be my cameraman. Okay.
I heard Jake, he's like, Ryan, your hands are in front of the camera.
Okay. There's our snowman, Frosty. And then there's Frozen in the very, 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 very back.
Yeah, and we do have a snowmaker, so at the right time, there will be snow that falls when Elsa is singing Let It Go. And then now we're into Carl's yard, and this is where we took our decorations and kind of expanded. But we did it where we don't have them sync to the music, so that way it doesn't look like there really are decorations and invading on his lawn space. It looks like it's his own thing. I think you're frozen, Ryan. Yeah, I think you're frozen. All right, well, that was a good, oh, I hear you. There you go, you're back.
Okay, a Jolly Trolley just passed.
Yeah, the Jolly Trolleys are public transportation for Pinellas County, and people can rent them out, and they do. And we get 6 or 7 every night of private parties going through our neighborhood with the Jolly Trolley, and people jump out and come over and say hi, and it's just a blast. So again, if you're planning on coming during the week, you'll be much better in terms of traffic. If you're coming this Saturday or next Saturday for our Hot Chocolate fundraiser, I strongly suggest parking outside the neighborhood. If you park outside the neighborhood, right along Omaha, and walk it, it's more fun. You can look at all the decorations better, and you won't have to fight the traffic because there will be a lot. But again, our fundraiser is 6 to 10 this Saturday, as well as next Saturday, with proceeds benefiting Children's Miracle Network and Feeding Tampa Bay and some of the local charities as well. Ryan and her softball friends will be working the cars, going back and forth for car hop service, so you don't even have to get out of the car. And you'll also have Rule Number 7 merchandise. We're going to have Rule Number 7 tumblers available for purchase as well. Again, proceeds benefiting Children's Miracle Network. So, Ryan, you did a great job. Appreciate it. We will do a... what's that? And you're frozen again. And, but anyway, I will see you... Oh, there you are. You're back.
Hello?
We got you. So thanks for the little
Hello?
tour. And we'll be back. Anybody who wants to see more, come back through Indian Trails in Palm Harbor right through the end of the year. If you don't like traffic, come during the week. If you're not afraid of traffic, then the weekend is your time. But I, again, strongly suggest parking outside the neighborhood. What, sweetie? I hear her and then she freezes. You're losing Wi-Fi. Tell Jake he needs to work on his data service or something. All right, Ryan. Well, I love you. We'll talk to you later. You guys can end. What, Ryan?
Can you still hear me?
I can hear you now. Yeah, I didn't hear you when you were getting away from the house. Maybe he's on Wi-Fi or something. All right. Well, thanks, sweetie. I will see you tomorrow. I think we're done. I love you.
Oh, love you.
I love you. Great job. Tell Jake he can hang up now. Okay. Bye. And now we have Tara. Holy cow. We have gone from one to the next to the next. let's see if your mic is working. Can I hear you, Tara?
Can you hear me now?
I do.
Yay!
I can't believe it. It's awesome.
What's up?
There are some people saying, wait a minute, I thought this was a weather chat. Apparently not tonight, because tonight we're doing all sorts of stuff. And now you may recognize, Tara, is the Gasparilla Festival of the Arts last year. You were on our show talking about all the stuff that was going on. And this month, you're doing something different. So tell us about what it is that you got going.
Yeah, so I'm very proud to be the interim executive director for On Bikes, and a charity I love and I've been a part of for a long time. We have our annual event, the Winter Wonder Ride, and it's this Saturday evening, but the ride itself starts at 4 p.m. and we shut down Bayshore. So sorry if you're stuck in traffic. We shut down Bayshore, ride down Bayshore, thousands of people on their bikes, fully decorated. We have Santa on our float. And then we come back to Curtis Hickson Park, have a huge party and a concert. It is so much fun. And we're celebrating building 1,000 bikes that are given to 1,000 kids in need in our area.
Oh, that's awesome. And how do you select the kids that get the bikes?
So we work with some amazing community partners, Metropolitan Ministries, TPD, Children's Cancer Center, a bunch of my favorites that, I'm promoting. And they help us give them to kids that really need them to get to and from school and after school programs, even jobs. And we fit them with premium, really high quality bikes so that they're safe and reliable.
That's great. Now, so is it something where people can't buy a bike and donate it that way? It doesn't work that way? How do you get the bikes?
Exactly. Yeah, so we actually buy them directly from the manufacturers. We've worked on, partnering with them and getting really good deals, and then ensuring that they're super high quality. They're put together by experts, and then they're fitted to the kid based on their size.
Okay, great. And so how can people get involved? People who are watching, how can they take part?
Awesome. So you can go to onbikes.org or onbikes.com, and you can see all the different ways to support. We did the bike build last week at Amalie Arena. And then now we're celebrating, so they can buy tickets to the Winter Wonder Ride, or they can support in plenty of other ways.
So for families who are hoping to get a bike, I'm assuming this year's list is probably full that we're this late?
It is, yes. We do have programs throughout the year, so you can always, go to info@onbikes.org or submit, a request for information, and we'll get back to you, or we'll partner you directly with one of our people.
And so, again, what are the hours this weekend for folks who want to be involved?
So technically, it's going on from 2 to 10:30 at Curtis Hickson Park. The ride itself is kicked off by the mayor and Sonia Bryson from the Lightning. She's going to sing the anthem, and then we ride down Bayshore. If you want to just come to the concert, that doors are open at 5 p.m.
Awesome. And again, people can still get involved. It's not too late to sign up to do some stuff, right?
Yep, I'm not too late. Tickets are still available. We have a ton of different types of tickets depending on your participation level. So come on in.
Well, thank you very much. I know you were working with Sean Daly last week also on something.
Right.
Sean is a funny guy. Sean is a good guy.
We were building a bike on the Riverwalk in front of the Winter Village. It was hilarious.
And I'm hoping those aren't one of the bikes that you're going to give the kids, because I'm not so sure I would trust that end result. I don't know if that would work. But
no, he was just hanging out. We were building a bike.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, again, great cause there. Thank you so much, as always. Appreciate your all volunteer work you do for the community. You've been involved for so long, and we hope to see you very soon. Have a very Merry Christmas. And
thank you. Merry Christmas, and want good weather, so thank you.
Yeah, Saturday's going to be good. You got nothing to worry about. It's a good thing it's not Sunday, because if it was Sunday, you'd get rained on.
Okay. Well, next Saturday, I'm coming to buy all the hot chocolate. So
awesome.
Ryan better get her skates on. So
yeah, better get there early. You have no idea the traffic you're in for.
I hear.
Have a great night, and good luck this weekend.
Thank you. Have a good one. Bye, Dennis.
Okay, so now we actually are going to do a little bit of weather. We still have time to do weather. That absolutely was by far the I mean, I think we had one guest before, and I think it blew up in my face. So that one surprisingly went pretty well. So, so the folks asking about the rough weather. So let's go. And again, if you're new to the show, we have a tendency to go on many different tangents. That's just the way we roll. And you just have to be patient with us because I'm like the dog in Up, squirrel, and we go in many different directions. But I will tell you, the threat of severe weather, all right, look at Sean, hot chocolate. Yes, that is this weekend. And again, we are hoping that everything works well, that everybody has a great time, and the weather will cooperate, because I think iced chocolate probably would have been a better idea for this weekend. Next weekend will be cooler. But this weekend, it is going to be warm. So this is a look at the GFS. I'm going to go ahead and take it full, and we can go ahead and take time out what it is that we're talking about here, okay? We actually still have a few minutes left for the streamers. So if you look at the GFS, all right, this takes us through tomorrow. We got nothing to worry about. This takes us through Saturday morning, 8 a.m., nothing to worry about, all right? So if you're planning your weekend plans, you are good to go through Saturday. Now, this takes us to Sunday morning. The GFS is a little less vigorous than the Euro, but the timing of what this, I want you to look at the 540 line behind that rain. And Sean, you know what we're talking about here with that 540 line. That blue line right there is a pretty significant trough with cold air digging behind it. That is usually an indicator of a pretty potent atmosphere. So as this front gets closer on Sunday morning, this is Sunday afternoon, this is Sunday at 8 o'clock in the evening, the line comes through. Now, the GFS is a little slower than the Euro. I think the time frame will be on Sunday afternoon to Sunday evening. So again, Saturday, you're good to go. Nothing to worry about. Sunday, the first half of the day, you're good to go. Typically what happens with a trough that is lifting northeastward, because look at the blue line, look at where it goes. It's lifting to the northeast as the front gets closer. So what does that mean? It means that the front will be getting weaker as it approaches our area. So I do not believe we will see any widespread severe weather on Sunday. What I do believe we will see, as the line gets closer Sunday afternoon, the leading edge, Pasco County northward along the coast, I think there could be some pretty gusty winds as the storms come through. The farther south you are, the less of a threat of severe weather. Most everybody will see some rain out of it. Overall rainfall totals are not outrageous, but it's something. So I think because the front will be moving pretty quickly, most areas won't see anything more than maybe 60 to 90 minutes of rain, but in that time you could get a half an inch to an inch of rain before it moves through. Back behind it, significantly colder yet again. Let's go ahead and take a graphic here, and I'll show you what I'm talking about here. So in terms of the temperatures dropping, check it out. So here it is. Tomorrow, we're mid-70s. The morning, we will be in the mid-50s. No more very cold weather. Saturday, we're going to be up near record-breaking highs. We are going to go from low 30s this morning to mid-80s on Saturday. Sunday, the front comes through, and look at the cold air behind the front. Highs in the upper 50s to low 60s on Monday. Highs in the low to mid-70s, which is where we should be all of next week. So next week's hot chocolate fundraiser should be significantly cooler than this Saturday's fundraiser. But again, in terms of timing, if you look at the GFS, this is Sunday morning, this is Sunday early afternoon, this is Sunday evening. The GFS is going a little bit slower than the Euro. The Euro is a bit faster and a little bit stronger. So what does that mean to me? It means that we are looking at a mild and breezy, if not windy, Sunday with rain coming in late morning, early afternoon. First, Citrus Hernando along the coast, pushing northwest to southeast and weakening as it does so. The chance for a couple of severe storms are a possibility, but overall, the strength of those storms will be weakening as they move from northwest to southeast. So if you're watching on the streaming app, that's it. We had pretty much covered all we were hoping. We hope to see you on Saturday at our hot chocolate fundraiser. Thanks for stopping by. I'll continue with some Q&A on our Facebook page. You guys have a great night. All right, so the streamers made it through. We actually made it relatively unscathed. But again, looking at the temperatures, and we'll look at rain as well, because the rainfall potential, there it is on Sunday. That's a pretty solid area of rain. Dare I say, everybody north and west of I-4 will see some rain out of this. South and east of I-4, once you go into Highlands, Hardy, DeSoto, it'll start to break down a little bit. I think much of Manatee will get it. Sarasota, you're going to be 50-50. And, of course, we all know Sarasota and Manatee, probably one of the areas that need it the most, where the drought is the most severe. So there we have it. I can actually glance at what's going on in the questions and what the chat has been, because I didn't even have time to change out of my gear into my hoodie, because that's how hectic it was. I was on the air at 7:19, and then I had to frantically try to get the Zoom, because I'm not really a big Zoom guy, but it seemed to work. So llama down. Hey, Eric, thank you much. Again, All Stars proceeds benefit Children's Miracle Network. So I'm assuming we had most everybody show up. Snuggle alert. We're not going to have a snuggle alert tonight. Snuggling is optional tonight. Last night was mandatory. Tonight it is voluntary only. So that means you cannot go to your other half and say, hey, the weather guy says it's mandatory. You got to buckle up. Whereas with me, you know, this particular day, it is more voluntary, so it's up to you guys. Monday night will be another mandatory snuggle alert, as we're going to be back down in the 30s and 40s again Monday night and Tuesday morning. So there you have it. Does anybody have any questions about the, okay, Stephanie does, is the flooding in the Pacific Northwest due to El Nino? No, it really isn't. It's actually due to, it's not unusual to have an atmospheric river come down from the Gulf of Alaska and into the Pacific Northwest, which is, you know, the buzzwords. You guys have heard me talk about, you know, the polar vortex. That's a big buzzword the media picks up. Well, the atmospheric river is another one of those. And you often can get that move into the Pacific Northwest with a very stormy stretch. It's common in the wintertime. It's very common. Now, El Nino is, I will show you one other thing as we go back to the GFS, because the GFS and the Euro are both showing this, right? So look, day 9. Day 9, it's showing another low developing in the Gulf. So check it out. So this is next week. And then look in the Gulf. You see a little bit of development, and both the Euro and the GFS are showing this. The Euro has it down through the Florida Straits. The GFS kind of has it coming closer to us. Where it's setting up is meaningless at this point, this far out. It's just, it's guesswork, it's fantasy land. But what it does show us is that both models are expecting low pressure development in the Gulf. And if that is the case, I think 9 days out, if they're both showing it, it's at least something that cannot be completely ridiculed and scoffed at, which quite often with the Euro, or I'm sorry, with the GFS, well, with any models that far out, we would have a tendency to do that. It's just not going to be accurate that far out. Sometimes 9 hours out is challenging enough. But I do think this rain on Sunday is going to happen. I think the heaviest will be northwest of I-4 and west of I-75, less southeast. Driving to West Palm tomorrow, you will be fine, Sean. You got nothing to worry about. Flight delay Sunday afternoon, Sean is asking. You know what? There could be a brief period of time where there could be an airport delay for about a 45-minute stretch as that comes through, because there will be gusty winds with it. I would not expect anything prolonged or widespread. Okay, I think that's about it. So we got it all in, guys. There is a football game tonight. The Patriots and the Steelers, you'd normally think that would be one that would draw some interest for some hardcore football, but boy, the Patriots losing Pickett with Mitch Trubisky as their QB, and I'm sorry, the Steelers and the Patriots are just a mess with Zappe as their quarterback replacing Mac Jones. It is going to be a lot of running plays, I have a feeling, in those games tonight. Can you walk through your neighborhood lights? Yes. Victoria, I will mention that. Great question. Again, my suggestion to anybody who's coming on Saturday is to park outside the neighborhood. Do not park in the neighborhood. It makes it impossible to drive around. park outside the neighborhood. I typically suggest people to park on Omaha and walk it. And if you can't remember Omaha, think of what Peyton Manning used to always yell in an audible, Omaha, Omaha. If you're not a football fan, you won't get it, but that's what he used to do. We live right off of Omaha and Alderman. It's a great place to park. You can walk around, and it really gives you a chance to look at everything closer because there's so many neighbors, so many families that have really put some time into those decorations, and they're just amazing. And it's just more fun. And again, we are going to have about 50 tumblers, roll number 7 tumblers that we're going to have for sale there. So for the folks who don't like to pay the shipping charge and whatnot, that's your opportunity to come out and get one. They're $25, same price as they are on the website. And again, the proceeds go toward the Children's Miracle Network. But yeah, the storms will be Sunday afternoon and Sunday evening, Myra. Saturday will be fine. And Sean, yes, the alien house is Dr. Benaki. He's retired, a former chiropractor in Palm Harbor. And his house is the first big house you'll see with decorations everywhere. And his have the aliens. And a lot of people say, oh, the neighborhood with the alien house. Yes. And then you've got ours where the music is synced to the lights, 89.5 FM as you drive in. You've got so many new families that are decorating just amazing. Like so much energy and is bringing so much life into the neighborhood. And yes, it's chaotic. Yes, there's traffic. But you know what? I cannot tell you how many folks come up and say, we've been in your neighborhood since we were kids, and now now we're married and have kids, and we continue the tradition. And to me, there's nothing greater. You'll see the Jolly Trolley in there. It's going to be a slow go of it. So my suggestion is if you're tolerant and you don't mind that and you like going slow, you're fine. It'll probably be a wait to get into the neighborhood. I do have Pinellas County Sheriffs out there working the traffic, but to make it less stressful for you, I just think you should park outside and walk it. I really can't stress that enough. It's awesome. And you get to look, you can stop and like, oh, look at that, look at that. And when you're driving, sometimes you don't have that opportunity to do it. So Alyssa has stopped by in previous years as well. So looking forward to seeing you again, Alyssa. I love your hair. I love you've gone blonde. You look great. Abby, Sunday is definitely, the day with the biggest storms. So thanks for stopping by, guys. We will see you on Saturday night, either this Saturday or next Saturday, or again, if you don't want to fight the traffic, and I totally get it, you can stop by the neighborhood during the week and enjoy all the labor of love from all the folks in that neighborhood. And as I said earlier, holidayatlas.com, great site that you can go on and pick the city and go on the map and see some of the other spectacular neighborhoods across the Bay Area, because there are many. And again, Nick and Aubrey and Colton came on earlier on in the show. This will repeat. So if you want to watch the beginning of it, you can see, and you missed the beginning, you can see the folks that created this amazing Christmas site for all the lights across the neighborhood, across the Bay Area, and across the state. So you guys have a great night, and we will see you on our next edition of DPL, and hopefully seeing a lot of you on Saturday as well. Night, guys.
We the lazy declare that we will recline when we feel inclined. And yes, we feel inclined.
We answered our kids' questions all day. It's our time to prioritize, no priorities.
Why?
Because
We put in back-to-back doubles. So now we'll be putting in extra OT right here.
We've checked off our to-do list.
Now we're checking off our to-don't list.
We the lazy are taking back lazy.
By getting comfy on our lazy boy furniture.
Lazy Boy, long live the lazy.